your personal life is really all together. And Signature Pro, which Rob is heading up, is really about taking athletes and helping them transition from their athletic life to their rest of their life. So I really want to give them a round of applause for putting on this event. All right, so our podcast we normally do is called Brink at Midnight. Ray's podcast is called Tackling Life. And tonight we're doing a joint podcast to launch and to make the public aware for the first time about a charity called Ray of Hope that's very near and dear to both of us. Before I get into what Ray of Hope is all about, Ray, I want you to tell us all how important it is to spread positive energy in the world.
Yeah, you know what? First of all, I have to go all the way back, right? So I have to tell you guys. So I go out to do sports science, and John comes up to me, and he says, well, Ray, we're going to hit this door. We want you to just run through the door and knock the door down. Okay, that's nice, John. Right? And then he says, but we're also going to use this dummy. And we're going to have this dummy, and he's going to pretend to be a real human being. How much did the dummy weigh?
Too much.
Way too much. And I'll tell you why, right? So I run through the door. I just run through the door, right? And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I hit this dummy. I'm still playing. I'm up on the contract. I cannot get hurt. I hit this dummy, and my whole right side goes numb. And I'm looking at John, like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to tell them?
This was the early days of trial and error.
And I was the dummy. No, but I'll tell you, it's really interesting because the moment we connected, I knew that life was just special. John is just a different guy. His energy is absolutely incredible, and his love for God is even more important to me. And so when you think about spreading positive energy, the moment you feel it, if you're on certain frequencies, I guarantee you, the moment you walk in a room, you felt it when you walk in this room. And everybody's here tonight is here to spread some type of positive energy. You know, it's just this thing that I truly believe when the good book says that we're supposed to love thy neighbor as thyself, then that exactly means we're supposed to spread exactly the way we want to feel to someone else, regardless of their point in life, wherever they may be feeling. There's one story that forever changed my life, right? And I always tell you about this story. In 2010, I was introduced to this kid named Darius. Darius had a pain in his shoulder. Darius was a 10th grader, played football, and he had a pain in his shoulder. And he thought that this pain was just football pain. And he went home, his mom finally took him to the doctor. He found out he had bone cancer. And his mother called me, and he was a huge fan of mine. And they got in touch with me, and I went over and I saw him, and he was sitting on the couch, and I'll never forget it. He was crying, John, and I walked in, and his mother let me in, didn't let him know that I was coming. And I walked in, and I stood over him. So he was looking up, and when he looked up, every tear was removed from his face. He just stopped. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, and he's like, no, you have to be a ghost. Like, you're not real. And I'm like, yeah, I'm real. Like, I'm here. Your mother told me about you. And in 2011, I made a mistake that I would never make ever again in my life. And that is take moments or take life ever for granted again. Darius called me the week of the 2011 AFC Championship. We was about to go play New England. And Darius called me and he said, can you please come see me? Please. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to try to come see you. I said, you know what? Let me go up here and let me beat the Patriots, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to see you as soon as we get done. I promise I'm going to come back. And the Saturday before the game, we're walking out a walkthrough, and I pick up my phone, and his mother calls me, and it's the loudest scream you never want to hear from a mother. And she screams, she said, Ray, he's gone. He's gone. My baby's gone. And I'm sitting there saying, oh my gosh, I put a game before going to see a child. And I learned my lesson that day that when God calls you home, you're going home. But we have to do what we have to do, that we have time now to do that. And I'll never forget, after we lost that battle and the field goal was missed, the pass was missed, and everything had went wrong, all these guys in the locker room crying. And I'm saying to myself, to them, and I'm looking at them saying, do you realize what we just did? We ran our race. Our race this year was not the Super Bowl. But there's no way you cannot walk out of here as a man with your head held high, understanding that the purpose is way greater. That it taught me something about positive energy. And that's why I think this podcast and this whole mission of what we're trying to do at Ray of Hope is, look, our world is really in a confusing state, right? Everybody want to be right. But I beg to differ, because nobody wakes up right every day of their life. We all need somebody. And I think positive energy is the way to get us there.
And Ray and I bonded the second we met, really over just how positive we both were. It was just like we were speaking the same language, and he only did sports science for a short amount of time.
I'm still hurting from it, but go ahead.
Yeah. Since that day, every time I've called on Ray, whether or not it was to hang out or to do a favor or to go to a function, he was there. And when people say, who's the real Ray Lewis? I'm like, this is one of the greatest human beings I know on the planet. He is just nothing but positive energy. He's the embodiment of positive energy. So I called Ray. We're going to get into, this is how Ray of Hope came about. The Ray of Hope Foundation is all about sending positive energy to those who need it. There are people who are in dire need, and all they need are positive words. They just need a positive video. And what Ray of Hope is all about, and what we're here to raise awareness for and to raise money for, is to help support the cause of there are people who are in dire need, and they need a message of inspiration from someone who's important to them. So here's how it all started. My sister married Mickey Stern, my brother-in-law. And he has been with the family. Mickey and his family have been with us for almost 30 years. So Mickey's brother, Ben, has been ridiculously close to our family. Ben was diagnosed with brain cancer. It was not pretty. It was, you're talking about advanced stages. The diagnosis on glioblastoma is not good, as you know. I call up Ray, and I said, Ray, nobody asked me to do this. Ben is a huge, huge Ravens fan. I think some words from you would help. And what did you say the second I called you?
Absolutely.
He said, no problem. He's like, I'll do it right away. 2 minutes later, we want to cue up this video, and I want to show you the video that Ray sent to Ben.
What's going on, my man? Listen, I heard life threw something at you. That's life's job. But our job is to tell it that it won't win. Every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment, man. And just know that you're never alone. But when you have time to yourself, my man, just put this in your heart, that you are whole. Just speak it. I am whole. I am perfect. My body is in complete health. I'm the master of my mind. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, young man. It may form, but it can't prosper. And anything that does not kill us can only make us stronger. Listen, man to man, keep fighting. We built the fight. Life built people like me and you to keep going no matter what life throws at us. No matter what life throws at us. You be good. When you get time, get someone to read Psalms 91. Safe in the Lord's arms. Appreciate you, young man. You be good, all right? And anytime you need me, or any type of thought, any type of ear, any type of voice, I'm a phone call away. Brother for life in Christ. Peace, my man.
Wow. That's amazing. That video gets sent. And I want to see if we can cue up a picture that we supplied. See if we can pull it up really quick. Okay. So, Ben was diagnosed with glioblastoma brain cancer. That is your tumor. This has been today. And ladies and gentlemen, with us tonight is Ben Stern and his wife, Tara. Come on up here. Get it up for Ben while he's getting up here. He's a walking miracle. Here we go. And that's the man right there. Sarah, here we go. Here we go. So, here we go. We're going to be in between you. So first of all, Ben, how are you doing?
Feeling pretty good.
Now, when you were at your lowest of low, I mean, what thoughts were going through your mind?
I'm not going to make it. I'm basically a goner. Yeah.
Ray's video that was able to get to you. Tell me, what did it mean to you?
It meant the world to me. Ray, I appreciate it so much. I get very emotional when talking about this. But it definitely meant the world to me. Thank you so much.
Now, Tara, that video, when it was sent, has Ben played it one time? Has he played it 2 times? How many times has that video been played?
We played a few times. It's just amazing to just have it. And just when he has those low points, not every day is awesome. Even now, still, you still have complications, you still have side effects, you still have everything that's going on, and having trouble getting up the stairs. But it's just that he always has it, and you can watch it, and that inspiration, and just kind of kicks you in the butt again, because you are the person, you're the master of your body. It's not you. you're the one in control. So
Ray, in that video, the part that touches my heart the most is when you're seeing guys like you and me. I mean, it is amazing where, as a culture, we put celebrity up on a pedestal. And when Ray Lewis is talking one-on-one to someone, saying, look, this is guys like you and me, I mean, that means something.
Yeah, I think what it truly means is, and I say this for all men won't share too many weaknesses. It's just who we are. We're kings, we're alphas. And one of the things that I think sometimes we're afraid to do is put what we're going through in front of everything else. And most of the times we'll put everything else in front of anything that we're dealing with. But when I say we, because your physical pain can be one thing, but your emotional pain can be even greater at times. And it takes men to figure that out. So that's why, man, somebody like you, somebody with your heart, your strength, is the reason why that video came out exactly what it was supposed to come out like. And me never meeting you, I just knew if John called me as a friend to ask me to do something like that, I knew it was serious. And I just knew you needed, forget the words that, I'll be there. Nah, I want words that you can live with forever. And that is Isaiah 54:17 says, no weapon formed shall prosper. It may form, but it will not prosper.
I'll live by that, and hopefully live a nice long life.
You will. You've already lived a life.
I will.
You will. Now, Ben, in terms of, Ben is really the catalyst, and there's another guest tonight who's another catalyst for Ray of Hope. How important is it when you're in a dire circumstance to have positive energy like this?
Oh, it's unbelievable. The positive energy I felt was just unbelievable.
And it's overwhelming. And it takes, obviously, this video by itself did not cure Ben. By no means. But it certainly didn't hurt. And it only helped. And it was something tangible that you could have, that you could play over and over and over.
Exactly.
To make sure those positive energy and those positive thoughts were going through you.
Right. That's what I kept on thinking is just go with Ray's words and just be positive and just believe that things will turn out okay.
So when John called me, Ben had the tumor.
Yes.
When I spoke into the video, Ben still had the tumor. Ben started listening to the video, and John calls me back after Ben is listening to the video for all as many days, however many times you listen to it, and Ben tells me, the doctor says what, Ben?
It's all but gone.
The tumor is gone.
Can you believe that?
God is absolutely.
It definitely is.
So, we wanted you all to meet Ben, and when you see him later, please say hi. He is an unbelievable human being. I say it all the time. I'm not sure I have the strength of Ben Stern, but through Ray's first ray of hope, I think it helped fuel the strength that you need to get through a dire situation. So let's give Ben
And his wife, absolutely.
Let's give Ben and Tara a huge hand.